Lily here from Shine Bright Diamonds 2023, and I'm coming to you today with another one of my weekly WIP'n chats. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy that you have found my little corner here on YouTube. And of course, those of you that are returning, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time tuning in to a WIP'n chat, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat is where I chat to you about what's been going on in my world. So feel free to pull out a project and work alongside me, or treat this as a podcast, whatever floats your boat. So let's get into it, because the canvas that I'm working on today is Daydreaming by Sarah Mustafa, and I am officially halfway through the canvas. So this one has been taking me a little longer than anticipated, primarily due to the fact that, oh my gosh, a month ago I welcomed home a little puppy, so I've been super busy with her. But we are finally in a routine, and I've had a little bit more time to be doing some of my diamond painting. So this is the canvas I'll work on. In terms of the supplies, I'm using one of my pens from Butterfly Effect Wares, and the trays are coming from Trabricks, and release papers are from Bee's Crafty Corner. So nothing too crazy going on. Let me just turn on my light. So I was working on this section earlier. Little Dumpling, that's my puppy's name. She was going to sleep, and then she decided she didn't want to sleep, and now she is roaming around the apartment. Yeah, she's an interesting puppy. She's 13 weeks. She'll be 14 weeks on Thursday. And to be honest, she, I think, is a really good puppy. Like, I mean, she started teething, so, you know, there's that. But, I mean, she's good. So she might pop back in. She might start barking because she doesn't like it when she's tired and I'm in the craft room. She likes to nap in the family room because that's where all the fans are, so it's much cooler in there. But anyway, so yeah, so that's sort of what's going on. So anyway, how are you? What is new? Things have been super busy here. I am filming this on Tuesday, July 14th. Yes, today is the 14th. So it's been a little bit on the hectic side, but in the best way possible. I celebrated my birthday last Thursday, so that was fun. In terms of my birthday, I ended up celebrating it on the weekend just because I don't live near my family. They're about an hour away from me, so the weekend was the best time to celebrate. But yeah, no, it was interesting. So I guess like last week on my actual birthday, my one friend came to visit. She got to meet Little Dumpling, and her and I had gone out for lunch, which was really nice. It's been a while since we've actually like gone out for lunch. So we ended up going to a restaurant called Earl's, and honestly, I haven't been to an Earl's restaurant in a really long time. It's one of my favorite restaurants here in Canada. And I ended up getting like, it was called the Queen Bee pizza, which was essentially like a spicy honey pizza. And she ended up getting the Nashville chicken sandwich. Both meals were amazing. Like, we had a great time, honestly. We told ourselves we would go back to the location that we went to. So yeah, so on Thursday we went out for lunch. Then she came back to the apartment, met Little Dumpling, which Dumpling, it turns out, has a lot of fear towards people, which I will get into that in a little bit. So poor Little Dumpling sort of hid from my friend. And then Friday was just sort of like a hermity day, nothing too crazy. Yeah, it was like really chill on Friday. And then Saturday was a lot of fun because my brother and sister-in-law, they planned for me a birthday barbecue. So I ended up at their house on Saturday evening. My parents were there, and we just celebrated my birthday, so that was really nice. Dumpling came along. Dumpling, again, like, she came out of her shell a little bit more to come and like see everyone, but she spent a lot of time just sort of hiding. under the table or like under my chair. She does like my sister-in-law, so she started like sniffing my sister-in-law's foot, coming up to her more. But yeah, she's just a very like timid little puppy, which I feel like I need to go find her because she's teething and something tells me she probably got into something she shouldn't. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I located her. She was chewing on something. She likes to chew on the front mat, which, I mean, it's very old, but at the same time, I don't want her chewing on it. So I gave her something else to chew on, which is safer. So she'll probably come into the craft room in a moment, but that's what I think is going to happen. But anyway, so back to my story. So on Saturday, after my parents left, I decided to stay a little later with to hang out with my brother and sister-in-law, and we decided to take a walk. And on the walk, Dumpling does not have all of her vaccines yet, so she technically cannot walk on pavement because she is still at high risk of getting like parvo, of contracting like some type of worms, so things like that. So I've been doing a lot of sling walks with her. So I told my brother, I was like, listen, I love Dumpling. She is a lovely puppy, but she needs to learn how to be around other people. And like, she doesn't bark at other people. She doesn't snap at them. She just hides from them. So I told my brother, I was like, can you carry Dumpling in the sling? That way then she gets used to you. Because she's sort of already used to my sister-in-law. So my brother was like, yeah, no problem. So little Dumpling is like in her sling. My brother is carrying her. She looks absolutely miserable, absolutely unimpressed. And long story short, she kept looking back for me on our walk. She was reminded she was okay. She eventually did settle into the sling, like stop wiggling so much, trying to escape. But I mean, she did good. She didn't whimper, she didn't cry, she didn't bark, she just looked unimpressed. But then she realized, you know, my brother is not going to hurt her. He is just another person, and everything was okay. So after that, I ended up taking Dumpling home. It was a very late night for her on Saturday. Dumpling is very routine based. So like, if I'm not getting myself ready for bed and ready for bed by pretty much 9:30, she starts giving me the look, which essentially is like, it's bedtime, you need to tuck me in, because she loves to sleep in her crate at night. And we have like a little ritual where like, you know, every night I tuck her into her crate. She gets a little bedtime treat, she gets her little belly rub, and then I say night night, and then she goes to bed. That's like our ritual. So she was not impressed on Saturday. Sunday was really nice. My boyfriend came down to visit, and he ended up treating me to a lovely birthday lunch, and we ended up going to this Greek restaurant, which was really nice. I personally love Greek food. He had a lot of fun at the restaurant. We, you know, it was luckily like within walking distance of my apartment, so it was nice. And then Dumpling started to come out of her shell with my boyfriend, so I was so happy. It was the second time they were meeting in person. And she started to sniff him more, and I was so happy because that's a sign that she's, you know, getting a little more comfortable with him. And then it was so funny. She actually like did like a little bark at him, which she doesn't bark at people. And it wasn't like an angry bark. It was more like a, hey, I'm still here bark. So it was really cute. She's a funny dog. But anyway, so that was the weekend. It was just celebrating my birthday, being around like people I love. And it was really nice. Then Monday, which was yesterday, was a really busy day. Dumpling had her next vet appointment for her next set of shots. And long story short, I talked to the vet about, you know, her very timid, shy personality towards people. And I was telling the vet, you know, on our sling walks, she is starting to get curious. Like, she wants to sniff, she wants to, you know, explore. But, you know, if people get too close, then she sort of hides into her sling. you know, but she's not like barking, she's not snapping at people, she's just like, what is happening? So I asked the vet flat out, I was like, listen, I know she's not fully vaccinated yet, but is it okay, like, can I take her just on the pavement, like sidewalks, to at least walk and sniff? So the vet said that, like, based off of what they've seen so far with how she is around people, they pretty much said that even though she doesn't have like all of her shots yet, she still has one more set to go. They said that right now the risk of her contracting something is low, especially because of when I've been taking her out, which is in the early mornings. And they had told me just, you know, keep her off of the grass. Don't let her be sniffing poles or fire hydrants where other dogs would typically be urinating. You know, just like be mindful. But the vet said yes, like, because she's so fearful, honestly, start her walking on pavement. They did say though that, you know, if she is still fearful by 6 months old, that unfortunately it's a lifelong thing. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this because she's, you know, 13 weeks, so we need to be a little bit more outgoing. So they had told me to give it 2 days before I go for our first like pavement walk. So 2 days being tomorrow, Wednesday. But unfortunately here in Ontario, we have been hit with a really bad heat wave. It is currently feeling like 44 degrees Celsius. So I did not take Dumpling out for a sling walk because it is hot for her in the sling. Plus she hasn't had her first like grooming session yet. At the next vet appointment, they do have to check her ears because she does have a little bit of an ear infection. So if at her next vet appointment the ear infection has gotten better, then I can book her for her first grooming session. So that will be hopefully in 2 weeks. So it's been busy. So yesterday after the vet, she was just really tired and cuddly from getting her, you know, vaccines. And today we've just been trapped in the apartment because it's very hot. She woke me up really early again, this time before 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, Dumpling, this is too early. Like 5:45 is fine. Because, you know, I'm on holiday and for work, I normally wake up at 5 a.m. So I was like, oh. So yeah, so it's been a long day. I did end up going back to sleep when she went down for her morning nap. But other than that, like, it's been going pretty good. Like, can't really complain. Today we've been playing a lot of fetch in the apartment. Lots of cuddles. Yeah, just trying to, like, you know, keep her busy. Because, you know, she really does enjoy her sling walks, but it's just, one, it's not safe for her outside, and two, it's also just not safe for me outside. Unfortunately, I do have an intolerance to heat, and yeah, I'm very prone to getting like heat exhaustion type illness. So we just have been hermiting. We'll see, like, later today I do have a dance class, so I mean that'll be my exercise, but I just feel bad because little Dumpling isn't getting out. I might in the evening like bring her out on the balcony if it isn't as hot, but this morning, like, it was hot. Like, I was like, ooh, this is not pleasant. Like, for me to eat my breakfast outside on the balcony, it just was not happening. So yeah, but you know, you never know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. It's just been a lot of stuff with Dumpling, seeing family, and to be honest, my social battery is very meh. So I sort of just want to hermit, to be honest. So yeah, just been taking it really slow today. In other news, I ended up doing some diamond painting shopping. I wasn't going to buy anything, but for the anniversary sale I ended up, so originally I wasn't going to purchase the Miss Holly mystery kit, but then I was like, no, I need it. So I did purchase the Miss Holly mystery kit. It hasn't shipped yet. I think it was a pre-sale, so I think it's going to ship close to the end of July. But I did purchase that, and then I was able to get one of the diamond paintings off of my wish list using my Diamond Art Club birthday coupon. I ended up getting Sakura Festival by Yume Art, which that one has been on my wish list for a while. It's one of those kits that like it keeps restocking, and I'm like, no, I'll get on the next one, I'll get on the next one, and then I never do. And this time around it restocked and I had my birthday coupon, so I was like, nope, I'm gonna finally get it. So it has shipped. It's supposed to come tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and I am excited because it's one of those pieces of artwork that I really do want to hang it when I'm done working on it, just because that piece of artwork, along with the Tea Party by Ivy Dolomar, are the two kits that I fell in love with when I first got into Diamond Art Club. The Tea Party by Ivy Dolomar, I do have that in my stash, but I haven't worked on it yet. It's sort of one of those kits that I'm saving for what, I don't know. Maybe a rainy day, we'll see. But yeah, so that's one of the kits that I've been saving. But like Sakura Festival, I have a spot in my apartment that I really want to hang it. So yeah, am I tempted to kit it up? Absolutely. But there's other kits that I really want to work on before then. So we'll see what happens. And I think little Dumpling is coming over. Hi, baby. Hi. Are you coming to hang out and see what I'm up to? Oh, okay. You're just hanging out. Hi. Yeah, she's like been teething, and I'm just like, please don't bite me. Yeah, you've been biting a lot, but I've been giving her like frozen carrots. I talked to the vet about it, and the vet's like, yeah, frozen carrots are a great option. We like to chew cords right now, which was not a thing earlier. And so I've hid all the cords like in the family room that, you know, she can get to, but in the craft room I haven't hid those cords because there's no, I don't know how to hide them. Like, I ran out of boxes to stuff things under. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, so for my birthday I did do some purchasing with Diamond Art Club. I am very excited for when Sakura Festival comes in. It's just such a beautiful kit, and I'm just slowly making my way through this one here. Hopefully I will finish it before the end of July. That's the goal. I mean, if I get through this row, then I really only have like 2 more rows left. Or if I bring out my big release papers, then it's just 1 row. So we'll see what happens. She's like staring at the vacuum. She's funny because like she's not afraid of the vacuum, but she's afraid of my mop. Make it make sense. The mop doesn't make any noise. Anyway, so yes, so that's sort of what I've been doing in terms of my crafting stuff. Other than that, I haven't purchased anything else. Just been sort of chill with that. Like I said in like my last WIP'n chat, I just really want to work on what I have in my stash. Yeah, anywho, so that is what's been going on with that. In terms of other news, oh no, leave it, leave it, leave it. Dumpling, no thank you, no thank you. Nana, here, here's your bed, there you go. Okay, we don't need to chew on that. Arrgh. Arrgh. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, there we go. She was like starting to chew on my Legolas diamond painting that doesn't have a box, because when I got that painting I accidentally destroyed the box and it just doesn't have a box anymore. It's like the one Diamond Art Club canvas that isn't in a box, which drives me up the wall, but it is what it is. I'm just not ready to work on it yet. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, anyway, so that's what I've been doing with diamond painting wise. In terms of other things, I did end up finishing The Sinner by Chantal Tezier, which was a really dark romance book on Kindle Unlimited. It was really good. I won't lie. Were there times where it made me uncomfortable? 100%. But, I mean, it was really interesting. I'm currently reading Tourist Season by Brianne Weaver. She's the author of the Ruinous Love Trilogy, a Canadian author. But that's the book that I've been reading, and I'm still reading The Intruder by Frida McFadden. I don't know. I sort of put off The Intruder by Frida McFadden, I think because it's a physical book, and to be honest, I don't know why, but like, I do not read physical books in bed. It's just not a thing. Like, if I'm in bed, I'd rather be reading a book that's on my e-reader. It's just easier. I don't need my glasses on. I have a backlight. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's a vibe for me. So anyway, I just haven't been reading my physical books. So we'll see. Maybe that's something I'll get around to this week. Because I was almost done The Intruder. I think I have like maybe 100 pages left, or just over 100. So, I mean, it's not like I can't finish it. But yeah, so that was that. TV show wise, I am like hardcore watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, I'm almost on season 10. Dumpling likes The Real Housewives. Which, where did she go? Dumpling, where are you? Okay, she's in the hall. Never mind. Oh no, she's not in the hall. Oh, she's under the futon. Okay, she's fine. But yeah, so I've just been really loving The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then I've also been watching Little Singles on TLC. It's just such a wholesome show. I don't know. TLC and I have been really enjoying it this summer. Just a lot of reality TV and animal documentaries. I'm still on my animal documentaries. They are fun. I don't know why. It's just a thing that I've been loving. Maybe Dumpling likes it. I don't know. I mean, it's sort of funny though, because like, we'll be like playing tug of war and Real Housewives will be on, and then all of a sudden she'll just stop tug of war to stare at the screen. So I feel like she is low-key watching. Maybe she's into it. I don't know. But it's just like been our little thing. But yeah, so that's what I've been watching and reading. But honestly, like, other than that, like, nothing else has been going on. Like, it's honestly just been trying to train Dumpling, trying to get her more familiar with the apartment. She's definitely more comfortable coming into the bedroom. But when she's in my bedroom, she likes to steal things, aka my clothes. And she's also started teething, so she has been getting into a lot more things now. So I have to really keep an eye on her, to be honest. Right now she's supposed to be napping. Normally she naps, like right now I'm filming, it's around 1 p.m. And normally this is when she goes down for a nap. She was getting sleepy, but then I started filming and she heard me talking, and now she's like, I'm awake. So probably when I'm done filming this, I will see if she wants to go back down for her nap, get all cozy, or she might fall asleep in the hall, who knows. But yeah, she's definitely like getting more mischievous, I think. Doing more like what you would expect a puppy to do. But honestly, I feel like she's just a really good dog. Like, she doesn't really bark. For the most part, she is potty trained, although today we did have an accident, which it happens. I mean, she's only 13 weeks. I talked to the vet about that yesterday, and they said, you know, if she's able to, you know, not have accidents majority of the time, then like that's a huge win. So I'm like, okay, perfect. But yeah, so like, you know, and she's been learning like, she knows her sit, lie down. We've been working on crate, leave it, drop it, and center. That one we're still working on. That's a hard one for her, which is fair. It is a pretty advanced command to understand. But now that she's been cleared to do like you know, short moments on pavement, I do need to start her leash training, which I think it will be very interesting. She'll probably sort of just sit there and be like, what are you doing? Why aren't you carrying me? Because she definitely likes going in her sling. Like when she sees me take out the sling, her tail like immediately starts wagging. She's like, as soon as I put it on the ground, she like hops right in. Like she loves it. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you're only in this sling because you were not allowed on pavement. Now you can go on pavement. You be walking. So yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, like I said, it won't be too hot and I can take her out. But we will see. We will see. So yeah. Other than that, like I really don't have any other updates. Like it's just been pretty chill, nothing too crazy. Definitely going to be hermiting a little more this week. After last weekend, it was just a lot of people, which is fine, it happens, but I'm definitely a homebody. Dumpling, I think, is a homebody too. I mean, she does like going outside. She doesn't like the balcony though. It's sort of funny. Like I'll be out on the balcony, I'll be like, Dumpling, want to come out? And then she'll look at me like, absolutely not. And then she just goes in her crate and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just enjoy the balcony. So yeah, but again, like I'm sure as she gets older and gets more comfortable with like different areas of the apartment, then it will, you know, get a little bit easier for her. Like I know right now for the bathroom, like when I go and take a shower, before she used to stay in the hall, now she's actually coming into the washroom, which is huge because before she was like unsure of that room. But yeah, so I mean, her confidence is growing, which is awesome to see. I think with her, just taking it slow, taking it easy is what I need to do. She's like in her bed now. Well, she had a bed and it got too small for her. So I got her a bigger bed for her crate, but then she was really attached to her old bed. So I was like, okay, fine. So the old bed is in the craft room, but she just prefers to sit on my foot, which is what she's doing right now. Are you tired, baby girl? Are you getting sleepy? Yes, you are. She's like, Mom, I want to go to bed. Tuck me in for my nap. Stop talking. But yeah. So in terms of this week here, I was able to film my bi-monthly month in review for May and June. So that video will be going up on Thursday. And then I have to do some filming for next week. I do not know what my Thursday video will be for next week, to be honest. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, so hopefully now that Dumpling is much more settled in the apartment, we have a really good routine, I'll hopefully be able to do a little bit more diamond painting. Hopefully I'll be making more progress on this diamond painting because this one is taking me a lot longer than I thought, but like I said, it happens. It's not the end of the world. It just would have been nice to, you know, be working on something else, but that's okay. I know. I keep like looking over at that Hannah Lynn rainy day one and I'm like, oh, that's like screams spring and it's summer. I don't know if I really want to work on that one next, to be honest. I might have to change my plans. We'll see. We will see. I haven't decided. Part of me wants to do like a Margaret Morales or maybe like one of my like Miss Holly kits or maybe the mystery kit that I have. That's a summer theme. I don't know. I have to like go through my stash and see. I also have like a beachy scene to diamond painting, so it's like, do I want to do that? Do I want to maybe just work through a ton of like mini kits? I don't know. Once I'm done this kit, then I will figure out what my next plan is, but I have a feeling I am not going to be working on Rainy Day by Hannah Lynn. That one just might just have to sit and be something that is kitted up until I'm ready to work on it. Who knows? I haven't decided. But yeah, just, I don't know, like the Rainy Day one that I have, it's very spring-like and I'm in the mood for summery kits. Like I know I have like a dolphin kit, like an ocean kit, Maybe I want to work on that one instead. I don't know. Maybe I want to work on one of my Dreamer design kits or one of my Oraloa ones. I don't know. Like I said, I'll be going through my stash, but definitely expect me to change the plan of action. Which, I mean, with how long Rainy Day has been kitted up and just been sitting there waiting to be worked on, it sort of makes sense that I have no desire to work on a spring kit right now. I don't know, Rainy Day just screams April to me, especially because April was just so rainy here. And now that we're in like a heat wave, I'm just like, I want to work on kits that remind me of the beach and like not being hot all the time. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe I'll kit up one of the kits that's in like my most anticipated kits. Like I know I have a Margaret Morales in there, which is, was it Onahini? That one would be cool to work on because it's all red, like reminds me of fire, heat, makes sense considering it's just really hot here. Maybe I'll work on that one next. I don't know. I have to look and see. I know I have like a little like ice cream kit from Fallon Gems. That one could be fun. That's a mini kit. I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's just some like fun ones. I even have, or maybe I'll work on a Steve Stundrum one. Maybe not Penguin Harmony, but like I do have Butterfly Fantasy. That one is one of my like highly anticipated kits in my stash. Even, what's the other one? Oh, Harmony in the Highlands. But that one's like really big, like really, really big. So maybe not that kit. That kit, I feel like when it's time for me to work on it, I'm going to have to like, have like that be the only WIP, I think, because that kit is very confetti heavy and it's very big. But then again, I find that Steve Sundrum's kits in general are very confetti heavy, but they're really pretty, really, really pretty. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, we will see. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely know that Rainy Day by Hannah Lynn, I have decided I really don't want to work on it this summer. Maybe I'll save it and just, you know, work on it when we're like deep in winter, aka like January or February, because I swear winter in Canada just goes on and on and on. It's just one of those things. But yeah, so anyway, that's what's been going on. Those are my thoughts. I'm a little all over the place, but I mean, what do you expect at this point? My sleep schedule is messed up. Thank you, little dumpling. Oh, she fell asleep. She's asleep. She has fallen asleep in the craft room. How adorable. Not on her bed, on the floor. But yeah, okay. So let me finish this section and then I'll turn off the light. I just have the pale pink AB. That's the one thing with this kit. It's because it's an older Diamond Art Club kit, there are no fairy dust drills. It's just ABs, which makes me curious, like if Diamond Art Club was to rechart this kit, would they be adding in any fairy dust drills? That's what I'm curious about, because I mean, fairy dust drills are my favorite. Although these ABs are really, really pretty. There is like a really pretty green drill in this kit that I've decided to swap out for one of my green ABs from DP with Sparklers. So I am really excited for, I think it's more like at the bottom, like it's supposed to be like, I think seaweed. So that I'm really excited for, just to sort of see it and add like, you know, that pop of green. I don't know why, I find green AB drills just really, really pretty. I need the color. Where's the layer P? There we go. I don't know how I missed all this. But yeah, so we will see. We will see, we will see. That did not work. Why are these drills stuck together? Okay, you know what? It is what it is. But yes, so no fairy dust drills. It's just only ABs. But it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this is the section that I've managed to finish. It looks really good. Looks really good. So hopefully I will continue working through the remaining row here, and then I'm really like almost done. Like I don't have much to go. But yeah, anyway. So if you did enjoy today's WIP'n chat, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support does mean the world to me. Of course, if you are looking for more diamond painting content, you can find me on my Instagram at ShineBrightDiamonds2023. So until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye everyone.